Have you ever wondered what truly guides each breath you take and every thought that crosses your mind? Do you believe that every emotion, every idea you hold, sends out an invisible signal, shaping the world around you? Picture this: one calm inhale, and you shift from chaos to complete serenity. I used to lie awake at night, heart pounding, mind racing with worry, until the day I learned to tune in to my own energy. That simple discovery transformed everything. Over the next 15 minutes, we'll pull back the curtain on your personal energy. We'll start with the science of brainwaves and how different frequencies influence your mood. You'll learn quick, practical meditation and breathing techniques you can try right now. We'll explore how the law of attraction really works, and how you can harness it in your career, relationships, even your sleep. And I'll share inspiring stories of people who turned their toughest challenges into newfound strength. Before we dive in, make sure to hit subscribe and click the bell icon so you never miss a moment of this journey. Now, take a comfortable seat, take a deep breath, and let's begin. Energy and vibration, the basics of science. Imagine sitting by a crackling fireplace on a chilly evening, the warmth of the flames dancing across your face. Just like those flames, every part of you, down to the tiniest particle, is in motion. In fact, modern physics tells us that at its core, everything in the universe is energy vibrating at different frequencies. But what does that mean for you? Inside your skull, billions of neurons fire electrical signals in rhythmic patterns called brainwaves. When you're relaxed, perhaps watching the sunset, you're in the alpha state, with gentle waves that lull you into calm. When you're intensely focused, maybe writing an important email, your brain buzzes with faster beta waves. Even deeper, in moments of creativity or daydreaming, your mind drifts into theta. These waves aren't just abstract concepts. Picture a violin string. When you pluck it, it vibrates at a certain pitch and can make other strings resonate in harmony. Your brainwaves work the same way. When you feel anxious or angry, your faster, jagged waves can activate similar states in your body, dramatically increasing stress hormones like cortisol, speeding up your heart, and even disrupting sleep. A common pitfall is toxic positivity, the idea that we must force ourselves to always be happy and ignore negative feelings. That's like slapping a lid on a pot of boiling water. You can't ignore the pressure without risking an overflow. Instead, by understanding these natural rhythms, you learn to honor each wave, gently guiding them rather than suppressing them. The lesson? Energy and vibration aren't mystical fantasies. They're the very language of your mind and body. By tuning into these frequencies, recognizing when you need to slow down or ramp up, you discover the power to transform not only your mood but your entire life. Tuning in, recognizing your own energy signals. Close your eyes for a moment and remember the last time you woke up feeling off, that gnawing fatigue, the tightness in your chest, or the heaviness in your mind. These aren't just mood swings. They're your body's way of broadcasting a low-energy frequency. To truly master your personal energy, the first step is learning to listen. One of the simplest yet most powerful tools is an energy log journal. Each morning, before you even reach for your phone, jot down a quick note. Rate your overall energy on a scale of 1 to 10. Describe any dominant feeling, anxiety, excitement, calm, and note a brief context, like, woke up at 3 a.m. worrying about work. Over the course of a week, you'll start to see patterns emerge. Take Emily, for example. She began logging her energy levels every day before work. At first, she thought her 5 out of 10 average was just Monday blues. But after 2 weeks, she noticed that every Tuesday and Thursday, she dipped to a 3, right after her back-to-back morning meetings. Suddenly, it wasn't random. It was a clear signal that her schedule was draining her. With that insight, Emily shifted those meetings to afternoons, gave herself a mid-morning break, and saw her 3 days transform into consistent 7s. A common pitfall is mistaking fluctuations for fixed states. When you feel low, it's easy to assume that you'll stay there. But an energy log proves otherwise. Energy is fluid, and awareness is the catalyst for change. The takeaway? By making a daily habit of tuning in, rating, describing, and reflecting, you give yourself the gift of self-awareness. You move from reacting to your energy to consciously managing it. And in that shift, from autopilot to deliberate tuning, you unlock the power to steer your life in the direction you truly want to go. Frequency tuning. Practical techniques to shift your vibe. Imagine you're standing in a quiet meadow at dawn, the air crisp and still. You draw in a deep breath, and for a moment, the world feels perfectly aligned. That's the power of simple practices. They help you dial your inner frequency toward calm or focus, just like tuning a radio to the clearest station. 1. Quick start meditation, 3 to 5 minutes. Find a comfortable seat and gently close your eyes. Begin by counting your breaths. Inhale silently to the count of 5. Exhale to the count of 5. If your mind wanders, welcoming as a curious friend, simply note the thought and return to your count. In just a few minutes, you'll feel tension dissolve and mental clutter clear. 2. Breathing techniques. 4, 7, 8, and box breathing. When anxiety creeps in, maybe before a tough conversation, try the 4, 7, 8 method. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 7, then exhale for 8. Your body's parasympathetic response kicks in, lowering heart rate and calming racing thoughts. Alternatively, box breathing offers structure. Inhale for 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4, hold for 4. Repeat for several rounds and notice how your stress volume turns down. 3. Journaling and affirmations. After your breath practice, spend 2 minutes writing 3 things you're grateful for. Then, write 1 affirmation that resonates. I am grounded and present, for instance. This ritual imprints a positive frequency onto your subconscious, guiding your thoughts throughout the day. 4. Example comparison. In a small workplace study, Team A began each morning with a 5-minute guided meditation, while Team B skipped it. Over 2 weeks, Team A reported a 30% boost in focus and a 20% drop in midday fatigue compared to Team B. Common pitfall. Many jump into meditation expecting instant enlightenment, then quit when the mind still chatters. Remember, progress comes from consistency, not perfection. Lesson learned. By weaving these simple techniques into your routine, whether at home, at your desk, or even in the car, you gain control over your internal frequency. And with that control comes the freedom to create a life tuned to your highest potential. The law of attraction and real-life proof. Remember the magnet under your childhood toy car. No matter how you turn the track, the car inevitably hugged the path shaped by that unseen force? That's the essence of the law of attraction. The energy you emit magnetizes experiences that match your vibration. But let's ground this in reality. Sarah Blakely, founder of Spanx, started with just $5,000 and a stubborn belief that she could revolutionize women's undergarments. Every morning, she visualized her product on department store shelves, feeling the excitement as if it were already happening. She didn't just wish for success. She combined that clear vision with relentless action, cold calling buyers, sewing prototypes at her dining table, and leveraging every no as feedback. Today, Spanx is a billion-dollar company, and Sarah credits her daily visualization ritual for keeping her energy aligned with her goals. This principle isn't so different from the placebo effect in medicine. Patients who believe strongly in a treatment often experience real improvements, even if the pill contains no active drug. Conversely, the nocebo effect shows how negative expectations can exacerbate pain or side effects. Your beliefs and emotions literally shape your biology and your circumstances. A common pitfall is treating the law of attraction like a magic wand, sitting back, imagining $1 million, and doing nothing else. That's like planting a seed in barren soil and hoping for a forest. The true magic happens when clear intention meets strategic effort. Lesson learned. The law of attraction isn't about idle daydreaming. It's about intentional alignment. By maintaining a positive vibration, through visualization, affirmations, and grateful action, you prime both your mind and your environment for opportunities. Energy attracts energy, but it also calls you to move, to create, and to persist. When you pair belief with purposeful steps, you transform invisible signals into tangible results. Protecting and sustaining positive energy. Imagine your energy field like a garden you tend each day. You plant seeds of positivity, but without a fence, weeds of negativity can creep in. Protecting your energy starts with clear boundaries. When an early morning email thread leaves you drained, pause before replying. Take a breath, step away, and decide. Does this message warrant your time and emotional investment? Consider Ben, a software developer who found himself overwhelmed by endless Slack notifications. Instead of answering every ping immediately, he designated 2 focus blocks each morning, 30 minutes each, to batch process messages. By protecting those windows, Ben reclaimed deep work time and noticed his stress levels drop dramatically. Next, cultivate your inner garden by choosing supportive company. Surround yourself, whether in person or online, with people who uplift you. Join a weekly meditation group or subscribe to a newsletter that shares inspiring stories. These positive inputs act like nutrient-rich compost, nourishing your mental soil. Self-care practices, regular sleep, gentle exercise, and digital detoxes are your watering can. Skipping rest is like withholding water. Plants wither, and so do your good vibes. Even a 15-minute walk outside can reset your frequency, allowing sunlight and fresh air to clear away stagnant energy. A common mistake is treating self-care as an optional luxury, but in truth, it's the backbone of maintaining your vibration. By establishing boundaries, curating your environment, and prioritizing self-care, you create a protective sanctuary for your energy and ensure your garden flourishes all year long. From thoughts to reality, smart goals and action, you've felt the shift in your energy and you've practiced tuning into positive vibrations. But how do you turn those intentions into real-world results? Enter SMART Goals, a simple framework to bridge the gap between your thoughts and your actions. Specific, instead of, I want to feel calmer, define it. I will practice a 5-minute meditation each morning. Measurable, track progress with clear metrics, daily check-ins in your energy log. Achievable, start small. If 5 minutes feels daunting, begin with 2. Relevant, align your goal with what truly matters: stress relief, better focus, or improved sleep. Time-bound, set a deadline, like 30 days of consecutive practice. Take Alex, who struggled with afternoon burnout. Rather than vaguely working on energy, he committed, I will do box breathing for 4 minutes at 2 p.m. every weekday for 1 month. With reminders set on his phone and notes in his planner, he hit his target and noticed his 3 p.m. slump disappear. The magic happens when you pair your vibrant intentions with structured action. By crafting SMART goals and following through, you transform ethereal energy into concrete habits. Today's affirmations become tomorrow's achievements, and your dreams step out of your mind and into your life. Sustaining momentum and community. Imagine climbing a mountain alone. It's possible, but every shared step feels easier. That's why the community is key to keeping your energy alive. Partner with an accountability buddy, someone who checks in on your daily practices, celebrates wins, and gently nudges you on tougher days. Consider Maya and Jordan, friends who formed a simple WhatsApp group. Each morning, they'd post a quick energy check and share what technique they planned for the day. Seeing each other's commitment fueled their own motivation, turning solitary routines into shared rituals. Feedback loops matter too. Schedule a weekly 10-minute call to reflect on challenges, swap insights, and adjust your approach together. When you weave connection into your journey, your inner spark becomes a collective fire, bright, resilient, and ever-growing. Holistic balance and cautions. Picture a sailboat on calm waters. You need both a steady breeze and a skilled hand at the helm. While nurturing positive energy is powerful, it's equally important to acknowledge real challenges. Ignoring negative feelings, what we call toxic positivity, is like sailing blind into a storm. Take Carlos, who buried his anxiety under forced smiles. When pressure mounted, he hit a wall of burnout. Only when he allowed himself to feel and journal his fears did he find clarity, and then combined that insight with energy practices to move forward. Remember, energy work complements, but doesn't replace, practical steps. You still need to set deadlines, hone skills, and tackle tasks head-on. By honoring both your emotional currents and concrete actions, you navigate life with wisdom and resilience, ensuring smooth sailing no matter the weather. Over the last 15 minutes, we've explored the science of vibration, learned simple practices to shift our frequency, and discovered how intention, action, and community come together to transform our lives. Now it's your turn. I challenge you to commit to our 7-day energy reset. Track your energy in the morning, practice a quick breath exercise, and set one SMART goal daily. Share your journey in the comments below. Let's build this supportive community together. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you never miss a step on our path to energized living. Here's to your next breakthrough.